Okay, here we are. It's Thursday.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, as you know, the dispatch was huge this morning, so please share the show on your feeds and wherever you share it. Let other people know to join us. Also, Gina, I'm just going to take a minute and say hi to the folks that are here. Larry's here. Larry was the first one in. It's all right, Larry. Irma's here. Phil, Donna, all right. Tracy, good. Melinda, very good. Phil is here. Donald's here. Stella's here. Lorianne, all right. Darren made it. That's good. Mary Elizabeth. Julie's here. William. Boy, Debbie's here. Oh, we got the whole crowd. April. Kay's here. Kay Miller's here. Very good. All right. So first of all, and Gene already knows this, but I got a bone to pick with you people. And here's the bone I have to pick with you people, that all we hear about on X and elsewhere on social media is about, oh, there's nothing happening. The arrests this, the Epstein files that. None of these Hollywood types are having their heads chopped off at the guillotine. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Meanwhile, wasn't but just a couple of years back, it was, oh, we got to get these immigrants out. There's all these border crossings, the border, the illegals, You're sending caravans of trucks down there, F-150s, and people going down there to help support the Border Patrol. But President Trump gets elected, and within 60 days, it's shut down. We haven't seen this level of encounters since the 1960s. No one talks about it. No one mentions it. Why?
No. Listen, here's my whole thing about it. And it goes along with that. We'll talk about Melania Trump in a little bit.
Well, that's another one.
Yeah, what I can't understand, and I know it's not our viewers, but do you not see that we're on the cusp of greatness here in America? I don't know where this whole thing came about, that we're somehow in a disaster. And I know it's because of the midterms coming up that is brought out to be like this. But I mean, I couldn't even imagine what it would be like to be Kash Patel and him like locking up peas left and right, shutting down human traffickers all over the place. Yeah. But it's not good enough. Because Tom Hanks is just walking around anywhere free.
You got to get that. See, they didn't get Tom Hanks. And if Tom Hanks is not arrested without evidence and without proof, just with suspicion, we got to arrest only with suspicion.
Yeah, right. Because
if we don't arrest him, we don't have a country.
He posted something with a glove, so he's automatically. Listen, I don't know Tom Hanks. I don't know him at all. At all. But I can tell you, I don't know where this happened, where like every single person in Hollywood is automatically a P no matter what. Doesn't have anything to do with it. They worked their ass off all these years to learn how to do all this stuff, to act, and then walk around Hollywood. And I'm not even defending them, but walk around Hollywood working as baristas and waiting tables to do all these things. I don't know. I know some of them, and the ones I know are good people. But where all this stuff came about, that it was like, listen, unless A, B, and C happens, it's a failure. And it's not. Right. It is absolutely not. I will talk about Melania. We'll also talk about the energy thing, too.
Well, that's another thing with Melania. So here we have, from the very beginning, in 2015, all we had is save the children. Save the children. They're trafficking children. I saw ads that Wayfair was selling children. Right. Amazon was selling children secretly.
Walmart. Basically, if you see the missing children there, they're real. You could order that person. Like, no, they can't be just doing a good thing.
Right. So
go ahead, please.
Remember all of that? Okay, save the children. Then all of these suspicious charities got set up with the Patriots for saving the children. We got to save the children. Meanwhile, the biggest perpetrator of this, Russia, is stealing kids from their parents in Ukraine, bringing them into Russia, changing their identities and so forth and so on. I mean, it's a horror show. Silence.
Right.
Silence.
This is from the research lab at Yale talking about this. Now, from what we do know, right, it's not trafficking. It's like they're stealing them. They're authentically taken from the parents, re-putting them into, like, changing their names and everything to make them Russian, I guess.
And they're not saving them. They're not saving them. The problem is that this Russian organization, that Russian government, is exactly what their propaganda says is going on here. They're doing it.
And we said this before, and this is why we're saying it, because it's breaking news today. Who's saving these children? Right? Who's saving them? Melania Trump.
Right.
Right? Melania Trump is working to do this. She's the one who's out there doing it. Right? But you hear that anywhere? No, you hear it from us. Right?
All of these BS organizations, whatever their charities are, that you're giving money to them and so forth, you're just helping them support their homes and new homes and cars and everything else. They're not out there doing anything. You know who's out there actually working with law enforcement? Are organizations you've never heard of.
We talk about the one that nabbed the person that from the church, Bob Joyce's church. That he was the mandolin. I don't even know what instrument it was.
Yeah, traveling across state lines to meet a minor with a handgun and a spreader.
Right. With by the way, and there was a sting. It was one like we seen on the thing, but he's in prison right now. Right. And this is by the way, just all due respect, it's in a church filled with MAGA people that are all anti trafficking. Did you hear anyone say anything from the church? No.
Silence.
You hear it from me. I brought it out, and I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because I brought it out.
Right.
Rather than just say,
you pointed out their silence.
There's not only silence. They say, "Oh, I'm picking on Bob Joyce."
Yeah.
He was playing it. He was playing in the same band as my son.
I know.
He asked for a introduction to my daughter.
Yeah. His older daughter, but the suspicion is to only become ingratiated to
my younger daughter is the same age as he went to travel, and he's in prison now, or actually jail until the sentencing. I don't know when the sentencing is, but I bring that out, and I'm the bad guy. Oh, you're trying to destroy. I'm not trying to destroy anything. I'm putting it out in the open, which is what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing was supposed to be like, save the children, save the children.
Yeah.
All right, we save the children. What are you doing?
It's all horse hockey. It's all just one lie after the next to get money out of people who don't have money to send. They don't have the people that are sending these creeps money. Every mama red pill bear, mama red pill fox, whatever the hell their names are. It's all craziness. They're receiving money and they're preying on elderly people that are trying to help, and they're sending them their food money and whatnot. And these people are just sucking them dry, right and left, and doing nothing.
Meanwhile,
posts on X.
Meanwhile, that guy, I talked to him on the phone to double check, right? And there's other organizations like this that's doing really things to get these people off the streets, working within the framework of government. So we're not talking about these people like, oh, we're setting up, we're going to go like do vigilante stuff. They follow the law and they do this and they're cleaning them up. But you never hear about it. Never hear about it. All right.
Yeah. And then, we've been talking about Russian and Iranian propaganda for I don't know how long. Now, of course, what's coming out is that Russia, Iran, China, and North Korea are getting together, and they're calling them the axis of aggressors. but behind the scenes, they're the small penis brigade. So I just want you to understand that that's what's going on.
The thing that what we said the other day when it came to that is Donald Trump himself, it says, I'm going to ask him, did Russia give Iran information? We're not talking about any old information. It's the locations or the where the bases are in
right.
with that.
Right.
So
Putin, so get a load of this. So Putin, who's allegedly, according to all of the MAGA influences on X and social media, with their crazy names, you know, Jenny's baking soda pot, whatever the hell the names are. These same people that is thinking that Putin is working with Trump, Putin is giving Iran the coordinates of our military bases so they could set their ballistic missiles to fire at us.
Right, the coordinates. That's what I meant, like the location or whatever. All right. Okay.
So really, we have unknown groups that are on the ground working with law enforcement that are truly breaking up child sex trafficking rings and trafficking rings in general. And then you have Melania Trump at the forefront.
Right.
Working on
exactly what we thought, but she's actually doing something.
Right. Look at that, 35,000 and not a peep out of all of these people that lead the charities that you fund. You're supporting them. I want you to think about that. You're buying their homes. You're buying their cars because they're not out there searching for children. That's not happening. But then everyone was crying about the illegal immigrants. Trump comes in, the border's closed. Encounters down to the 1960s levels. Nobody talks about it.
The other thing that I want to say is that look at what we have been saying all along, right? Medbeds, no. 4G and cures in the future, yes, right?
6G.
6G. What did I say? 4G?
You're going backwards.
It's going into AOL land. There's cures. Okay. So there's but the other thing is when it comes to the energy, we showed you where it's going to come from here. Hey, Dave, can I play that video?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This is from today. When Donald Trump talked about the best is yet to come at Mount Rushmore this time around, was he just joking about it or did he really mean it? Well, here's the thing. There is something going on. It's probably the greatest American achievement in probably decades. It's called Fuel. And Donald Trump greenlit the project so that these portable nuclear facilities can be made by the Department of Energy. Now, it's amazing what these things could do, and it's United States property, meaning that it will eventually go its way into the general populace. But basically, they discovered a way to make a nuclear reactor that's totally safe because this fuel, it's so small, like the size of seeds, but it's nuclear fuel, and it can't overheat, can't spill out. It's amazing stuff. The picture of the nuclear reactor, the portable, we've been selling online for about 2 years, so it's always been there, but it's just coming to the forefront. Now, the important thing to remember is I get it. A lot of people are impatient about what's coming in the future of America, but we are on target. And I could tell you, especially from this book, I even said it a long time ago, A Vision for America. This is pictures of Donald Trump that I took a long time ago. He's been consistent since I met him more than 10 years ago. All of this is coming into play. And just research it yourself. Portable nuclear facilities, how it's being used by the military now and is going into the data centers probably next year to help power. To give you an idea how amazing this fuel is, think about this. If your electricity bill was $500, if you had one of these in your neighborhood, electricity bill would be about $40. That's how much of innovation that America has done. So when people talk about the best is yet to come, it is still the best is yet to come. All we're doing here is telling you, hey, there are things on the horizon that's going to happen and it's going to make American life so much easier and better. Anyway, check it out. America's 250th. Our best days are still ahead of us.
And Gene, that's all coming. The portable nuclear reactors are happening because of our bases and our military bases and so on. But we've had military bases around the world for decades, and no one has thought about doing this. However, with the advent of artificial intelligence and the need for the data centers, the thinking of how to produce power is changing. So this portable nuclear reactor actually came about from the study of small nuclear reactors that they're planning on powering the data centers with. So if you, so that's, Gene, do you have the picture of that portable one?
Yeah. Hold on one second. This one right here, I believe, right?
Right. Now that is the actual portable one. Now, show the picture of what we showed them 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. This one. Are you talking about this one?
Yeah. So that's the images that we received, and this is the actual product that's being put on the bases.
Right. And I say that because when we posted that today, I said, really, where did you hear it from? Seriously, we the people that we know more people watching later, but the people watching right now, they're like, yeah, Gene and Dave talked about it for a long time before that.
Yeah. Now what's happening is very interesting, because the small nuclear reactors, if there's a massive data center that would put a true strain on a town's or a city's electrical grid and the electrical consumption, and then force the local power companies to make all sorts of expensive upgrades. Instead of that, they produce, or they'll have 4 of these small nuclear reactors in each corner. And the thing is, they're using a fuel source that is already self-contained. So there is no possibility of any meltdowns. That's gone. Right. So this is all self-contained modules the size of pomegranate seeds.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah.
So you have 4 of these things. Now, the power that they generate must come through, must be, pushed through that town's or city's electric grid.
So they get power.
That's right. So that adds to the residential power. So instead of the power company having to charge you, like Gene said, like $500 a month or $400 or whatever your electric bill is, your electric bill will be down to the pennies.
Right. And what
35, $40 max, maybe, and probably less if your bill is less.
All these people that say, oh, bad data centers, and then these people with the AI, your companies that you deal with, they're basically saying, hey, by the way, we will be a good neighbor to everybody here. You are going to love us as neighbors. We're going to mind our own business. Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Hold on a second. Tell Fly Dick why he hasn't gotten his book again. Every gosh darn show, we get one of these people that asks this question. And every show we have to explain. Go ahead, Gene. Give him the
listen. Everyone is getting their things. The difference is I have to, when I get it, I have to sign every single one, stamp it, and number it. Now, just so you know, if you got this, and you can call email customer service or whatever, but everyone's going to get theirs, I promise. And Fly, whatever, everyone's going to get. There's some people that already got it, but I do every single one. That's the difference. It has to ship to me personally, and I have to do it, and I have to ship them out. Okay.
Right. All right. So all of this is coming about because of the AI advancements and entrenchment and embedding into our society and the need for these data centers. So now you have to think, okay, who might also be helping with the propaganda to keep cities and towns from getting these data centers? I wouldn't put it past the oil and coal companies.
That is where we're headed. Here's the other thing, and we got to get into the first segment, which is the sovereign citizens thing.
Yeah, that's
The
another
thing is, every single thing we're telling you, and you saw the videos, just do your own. I hate to use that word research because, like, oh, I did my research. Just Google it.
But wait. On some of these topics, they can't. Look what we found when we put out the truth about President Kennedy's executive order 11110.
True. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We scoured. We tried to find a truthful article or video out there.
Right.
And you can't. So if somebody that doesn't know, like, they can go and read the actual executive order and then break it down and understand it. If you're looking at a YouTube video, all you're going to find is how Kennedy was against the Federal Reserve and he was trying to bring back silver-backed money and all of that. And that was the opposite of what Kennedy was doing with that executive order.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, listen.
So when you say do your own research, well, where are you going to do it?
Yeah. Okay. Good with that. All right. Dave Blaze, we had one, the lead article was it, the $1 trillion deception is your birth certificate linked to a secret $1 billion account. Okay. When you watch this video, I have to give you the rundown on it. We're not making fun of people. We're not saying that you're stupid and you did anything. We're not saying any of that stuff. What we're telling people is the truth of the matter with this. All right. And we know people are in so deep with it that they're like, oh my goodness, whatever. Anyway, just let's watch the video here. This was really good. All right, you ready, Dave?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Imagine a conspiracy theory that plays out like a late-night thriller. According to the story, the United States government secretly went bankrupt in 1933. After the state abandoned the gold standard and exhausted its actual wealth, it supposedly made a desperate move, selling its own citizens to an international banking syndicate. Bereft of gold and silver, the government allegedly needed a new form of collateral to secure massive international loans. Proponents claim the state chose to use the future labor of every American citizen. To facilitate this collateralization, the state allegedly creates a fictitious corporate entity for every citizen, the precise moment a birth certificate is issued. Believers point to official documents like driver's licenses and bank statements as proof. They argue that John Doe, in all caps, represents the corporate sleigh owned by the state, while John Doe, in standard capitalization, is the free flesh and blood human. Once this straw man is created, the story asserts the United States Treasury establishes a secret trust account in the corporate clone's name. Depending on the source, this account is said to hold anywhere from $600,000 to over $20 million. The conspiracy claims the routing number for this hidden fortune is tied directly to a citizen's social security number or the serial number on their birth certificate. Facing foreclosure or overwhelming tax debt, many people see this secret $1 million safety net as an intoxicating lifeline. In their search for this fictional account, these individuals walk into a trap that frequently costs them their life savings and their freedom. Highly profitable grifters orchestrate the strawman theory, presenting it as a solution for those drowning in debt. Scammers monetize the desperation of others by selling expensive seminars, instructional books, and legal templates that promise to help victims redeem their secret value. These kits instruct buyers to file a chaotic blend of legal paperwork, specifically Uniform Commercial Code financing statements, to detach their flesh and blood self from their corporate clone. The process involves further absurdities, such as victims attempting to copyright their own names to assert total sovereignty from the state. To make the scam feel powerful and exclusive, gurus demand victims sign documents in red ink, meant to symbolize actual blood rather than corporate ink. In the execution phase, victims are taught to create fraudulent financial documents, like site drafts or bills of exchange, essentially fake checks drawn directly on the U.S. Treasury. Victims mail these worthless pieces of paper to mortgage lenders, credit card companies, and the IRS, genuinely believing their debts will be wiped clean. Financial institutions and government agencies completely reject these fake financial instruments. When these attempts fail, gurus instruct followers to retaliate through a process known as paper terrorism. This involves filing fraudulent property liens against the judges, bankers, and police officers who deny their sovereign status, clogging the court system with retaliatory paperwork. Instead of achieving financial freedom, the victims weaponize the legal system against public servants, turning personal debt into an aggressive legal assault. The absolute truth is that no secret cabal account exists. The United States Treasury does not hold individual trust funds tied to citizens' birth records. A birth certificate is simply a vital record maintained by state health departments. It holds no hidden financial value. Courts and judges across the nation universally reject strawman legal arguments as completely incomprehensible, baseless, and frivolous. Passing a fake bond drawn on the U.S. Treasury to settle a debt constitutes a federal crime. Federal authorities vigorously investigate and prosecute individuals who attempt to pass off these fictitious financial instruments. Victims who think they are outsmarting the system often face federal fraud charges, massive fines, and prison sentences. This scam thrives on financial desperation and a deep distrust of authority. Believing a shadowy global cabal has rigged the banking system provides an easier scapegoat than facing the reality of insurmountable personal debt. The only people profiting from this theory are the grifters. If a financial strategy requires you to write your name in red ink to access a secret government trust fund, you haven't hacked the system. You are just the mark.
Yeah, and the thing is, folks, all of these types prey on people that are jammed up, whether they're older and they're having problems with their bills, or whether their businesses are on the on the downtrend, and they've got these bills to pay and taxes and whatnot, and then they all of a sudden they hook onto one of these schemes, and these people are vicious. They don't care what happens to you, and what ultimately. Okay, and you hear all of these anecdotal reports. Oh, I checked into this and I saw all the money in my account and everything. You never see screenshots. You never see any kind of actual proof. And then what happens is they're taught how to make these how to make drafts, like a bank draft, against this non-existent account that allegedly contains this money, and they send that draft to the IRS, or they send it to their mortgage company or whatever it is, and the next thing you know, they're in court and they've got fines, or they're being arrested for wire fraud.
Yeah,
it's a horrible thing that these grifting people are doing.
Guys, one of the things, and I know it's very prevalent in the MAGA movement, but one of the things I want to say, and I mean this with because it does me no pleasure to do these shows like this, even though we need to. But one of the things is reminder that when Donald Trump entered the scene, he was not here to just blow it up. He says he loves America, he loves the Constitution, he wants to work within it. The proof of it is after in 2020, when Biden took over, they were like, why don't you just start your own political party? We'll call it the MAGA party or whatever. He goes, no, I am a Republican. I'm a Republican. And so Donald Trump was working within the system. We did the video on the Federal Reserve. He's there to enhance it, not to blow this all up into nothing land.
Right.
So what the founding fathers did was a very, very good thing. How they set up the checks and balances of that, and even Donald Trump has to work within that, because he has to deal with the Supreme Court saying one thing and he thinks another thing.
Right.
That's why he says there's no kings.
And now, Gene, you have big shock. Elon Musk, who was going to start a third party. Remember that? He was going to start. Yeah. What was he going to start? The Patriot Party, the I'm from South Africa, but an American citizen party. But he was going to start some party. Anyway, shockingly, he's putting up a bunch of money and setting up a big ground game to help the Republicans advance in the
Right.
midterms.
Right, guys. Like I said, are there really bad people in Congress? Absolutely, I'm sure. Really, I'm sure. But the thing.
Now hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second, Gene. Obviously, Brad Porter has never had a visit, or an experience.
Oh, okay, Brad. I'll give you my experience. Okay, because I was on the Reawaken tour. I don't feel like mentioning her name, but she's a very, very big sovereign citizen supporter. And then I mean, for those of you guys who heard my talk on the Reawaken tour, it was all about me getting audited by the IRS. I could tell you that when she came to me and says, "Oh, all you need to do is just say, hey, F you, I'm going to sign my name in all caps or whatever it is." Okay, I forgot what it was.
Right.
I was like, with all the respect, I don't think that's going to work. And they were this. I have the documentation still to this day with it, all of it. They were picking on me because I was with Donald Trump. We have it. We have it, and we talk with them and say, "Look, we have the screenshots. We know this auditor was this, that worked for this, was anti-Trump. It was all there," and they dismissed the case. But I'm going to tell you that when the IRS comes knocking, that whole thing about I'm just screw you, I'll just sign my name in all lowercase, whatever it is, that doesn't work. It really doesn't.
No.
All right.
So when somebody actually has the experience, then they have a better understanding, and they can turn around and say, "Oh, there's no laws. There's no law that governs this, and these guys are out of line." And that is not the case, obviously.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could tell it to them, tell it to the tax people. You don't have no jurisdiction. There's no law that you can collect the tax. And then they'll point you to books that are as thick as Gene's head.
All right, guys, I just want to bring some stuff to your attention here, which we're very proud of. Facebook, in the past month, or actually 28 days, we had 1.8 million views. I just want to thank everyone for that. That's to me, it's you know what? We'll just do it this way so everyone can see.
Well, and the thing is that on Facebook, those are actual people that view. They stop and watch and so on. So it's not like on X where if it's just in your feed and you scroll past it, that counts as a view. Right.
Well, to be honest, we're really proud of that. Dave, what I want to talk really quick about is some more crypto stuff here. I'm just going to skip around a little bit. Yeah. Guys, if you can watch this brief commercial here, and then I'll go into it. Here we go.
Crypto doesn't have to feel confusing. Introducing the complete crypto playbook from George. Wallets, security, DeFi, stablecoins, and XRP, all in plain English. Built for beginners, a downloadable guide, plus ongoing market updates twice a month. Go from curious to confident. The Crypto Playbook. Get your copy at georgemagazine.com.
Okay.
That's some commercial. Again, how did we get the Valley Girl to do the voiceover?
She's a crypto bro. All right. Dave, hey guys, you're seeing this in real time because Dave and I don't rehearse anymore. But on this thing, because Dave, my next video that I want to do tonight is basically how we or you, I should say, know all this stuff. So I'm saving time rather than me and you talk later.
How I know all what stuff?
Well, how you're involved with blockchains and everything in these coins, how you know all that stuff. Are you allowed to talk about it now? Because I was going to.
Well, I mean, you can talk about it.
I will talk
about public information, but I'm not going to blab about things. We just put that article out right now. Right. With the new Fabric-X.
Right.
From the Hyperledger, because that's been announced.
Okay.
We're not going to tip off. we're not going to tip off Beijing on on what
right.
we're working on.
After this, after you take care of your cat, let's see if I can find a picture of that cat.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pumpkin's in there sleeping. Listen, you don't know what I went through yesterday.
All right.
So I got a shipment in, and I have to get shipments of Fancy Feast. Normally I get them in the boxes of 24, and he only eats grilled. He only eats the Fancy Feast grilled. You can't feed him the pate or the gravy one or anything else. It has to be the grill. If I give him the pate, he looks at truly, and he could be starving. He looks at the bowl in disgust. Like, what do you expect me to eat this? And he walks off. So he gets the grilled. This guy was inspecting these boxes for at least 30 minutes. What's in them, jumping on them, looking in them.
All right. Well, after the show, I want to talk to you about what I could say, because I'm going to do that.
That's right. That's right. He's a big baby. He's big boned.
All right. Dave, at very least, before we get to the devotional, can you even tell us what a hyperledger is? All right.
Hold on a second. Loose looks. That's right, Melinda. And Debbie wants to say she loves the crypto book.
Oh, thank you, Debbie.
Which we love to hear.
Okay.
And don't forget the updates. The updates are the big thing.
Especially now with the Clarity Act.
You know what we have to do, Gene? You know what we have to do? Not now, because with the next thing we got to work on. Well, we have issue 47, and then we have 48 is gonna mark the closure of a full 4 years of pushing out a magazine every month, and then 49 will be the 4th year anniversary. So these are big milestones. But in the mix of that, we have we're waiting on what's going to be with the calendar this year.
Yes.
So the calendar for 2027 is going to be a big thing. And then we're thinking about taking all of the updates that we have so far and volume 1 of the crypto book and combining that into volume 2, and then carrying on with the updates, so that it's bigger. By the time we're done, this thing will be an encyclopedia.
Okay. All right. Dave, really quick, can you tell, because can you tell us what a hyperledger is and all this stuff? Just because
All right. So there's the XRP ledger and so on, and that's all involved with blockchain and how transactions are made, your banking information, even your medical information, and so on. What the hyper ledger does is like the armor for that blockchain. So it literally defends the blockchain against other quantum computers that might be trying to crack. Let's say they want to crack, Wells Fargo's banking system.
Okay.
Right. So in place, protecting Wells Fargo's transactions and their blockchain is the IBM Hyperledger.
Okay. So
and that's why we can't tip. When IBM decides to talk about things publicly, like the Fabric-X, which is revolutionary. If you guys read the article, it's not too hard to understand, but you'll get the gist of it, that it's really recreates blockchain.
Okay. All right. Let's see. One more thing on crypto, and then we'll move on.
Hold on a second. Let me ask. Tammy's in the yard here. Tammy Senior. Is there going to be a pre-order for calendars? As a matter of fact, the boys are working on that now, and we're going to have a dedicated page where we'll have like a waiting list. And as soon as we get close, we'll open it up that way.
And we don't have the images yet either. So
no, we haven't gotten anything. We haven't gotten anything yet. We will. And then we've already made provisions that this year we're going to do the 1776.
Yes. Yeah. For this,
in keeping with America's 250th. So instead of only 1,000 being available, there'll be 1,776 available.
We did 1,000 and went really fast, and I think last year we had a limit on how many a person could buy, but this year we might do just a little more. But we'll see. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah. Dave, could you tell me a little bit about this one right here? I think ETH, you're talking about Ethereum, correct?
Yeah, Ethereum. Is this the Ethereum killer? Solana is getting a lot of attention, man, and we've got it in the updates to the crypto book. So we're not just a one-trick pony with XRP. Solana is a big deal, and it's getting a lot of institutional money backing, especially. It's funny. Jamie Dimon goes on Maria Bartiromo's show and says, "Oh, this crypto stuff, it's all bullshit." And
but I bet he put it in his ETF.
But JP Morgan is putting hundreds of millions of dollars into XRP and Solana.
Yeah, right. Into their little packages or whatever, right?
Because see, the banks we're investing in it, but we're investing in this. So we're like in control. What they don't want are platforms like a Coinbase to have a certain level of control like the banks.
Right. And all this stuff, guys, I'm just going to say this, all this stuff, every time we talk about it, people are like, oh no, it's going to be the quantum financial system is going to, all this banking is going to go, bankrupt and all this stuff. Guys, this is, at the very least, it's all there with what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump is working within the system. He didn't come here. It was never to come here and just blow everything up. At the very least, if you could say, it was to drain the swamp, clean it up, not dig your own thing, whatever. It was to drain the swamp. And he's done that.
It's a funny thing, Gene. Avery Knox, who writes the blogs for the crypto book and a lot of the updates, brilliant at this crypto stuff. When he heard about us talking about the QFS and all of this, he goes, ask, and that's why the George social media account posted that last night about if there's this QFS, where's the white paper? Because if there's these coins, you need to have white papers, you need to have all of this, and where's the executive order? Because that's the other thing they're touting. Is that Trump signed some executive order?
What is a white paper? Can you explain what a white paper is?
White paper is a contract that has to be produced to back up the coin.
Got it.
Now,
okay.
That's for legitimate coins. But what they're doing on the Stellar network is just creating coins.
Right. Okay.
Without any legitimacy.
Spot check me on this one, okay? But if you've seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street, right? This was with Leonardo DiCaprio, and his brilliant idea when he started Oakmont, or whatever that is, okay? It's a true story, but basically he says, and don't quote me.
What did he call this company? Strap-on?
Stratmont. Someone help me out on the thing. Oakmont. Oakmont. All right.
I still can't understand what you're saying. Stracomont?
Dave, I told you.
No, you didn't tell
English
me.
Is not.
You gave me some gibberish name. If you don't know, that's fine. We can always look it up.
All right. Anyway, so in the show, he says, this is what we do. At first, we sell them all the stuff they know. Disney stocks, IBM, I hate to use the word.
Right.
All these stocks that they know. And then we stick them with the other ones. That's why everyone's talking about XRP. Because it's like, by the way, invest this way, XRP is in there. And then they have all the bullshit coins. You understand how that works? The bullshit coins. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have cursed right before the devotional. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, what are you doing over there?
I know.
Talking about
all right.
all sorts of craziness.
All right. This is the devotional for today. First things first, but do you believe that? All right. You guys ready for this? Is the one?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Are you looking out for number one? And who is number one? Now I get it. Because if you're a believer, you might say with confidence, of course, Jesus is number one. But what are you really saying with your actions? Well, that's something to consider. And in the Bible, the Apostle Paul points that out because he talks about Timothy and how he was unique in this way. The scripture today is from Philippians 2:21 and 22, and it reads there, "For I have no man like-minded who will naturally care for your state, for all seek their own, not the things which are Jesus Christ." So here's the thing. When it comes to that, we all understand. A lot of times as Christians, we might say, yes, Jesus comes first, but at the same time, really? Does it really? Because it's so easy for us to be like the other Christians, believers back then, and just really put ourselves first. So how do we do this every single day? Here's just a good tip. Start out each day searching for what God's will is for you on that day. Maybe by prayer first or by reading the Bible first, but get in your mindset, what is God's will for us today? And once you do that, perhaps your day may be set straight, and that all the things you do will fall into place because you put God's things first.
So easy to get wrapped up in our own situation and
know.
focus only on that. And the thing is, the Lord tells us, like, don't you think your Father in heaven knows your needs?
Yeah, I know. I think this is one of the hard lessons that everyone has to learn with that, because you're always constantly like, I mean, it goes back to that, are you worth more than many sparrows? I think Jesus said that.
Yeah. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all of these things shall be added unto you.
Okay, so great reminders there for that. Okay, to finish up the show, we'll keep it on the biblical topic. Well, kind of, I guess. Dave, so as you know, I'm really into all of this, like archaeology and everything.
Yeah.
But they found like basically pagan. I love
Well,
it
it's pagan because it was in Turkey, and so
Right.
not for anything. Look how things change. All of the churches that the Apostle Paul set up between Galatians and Thessalonians and the Corinthians and so on, all of those churches were in Turkey.
Okay, all right.
It's pretty modern. They were all in modern day Turkey. Isn't that something?
Oh, okay. I just love, like, I love all this, like, discovering old stuff and everything. Okay, check out. This is actually from this. Videos from it. Here we go, Dave.
Now, let me ask you a question. I saw that little sign on the bottom of the video. When did turkey become Turkey-ya?
I don't know. Turkey is my favorite Thanksgiving dinner, but I just don't know.
I caught this when during the World Cup games.
Oh, okay.
And I saw it again in that video. Now it's Turkey-ya, with a turkey with an A on the end.
Oh,
it's like when the Russians invaded Ukraine, all of a sudden Kiev, that we've said Kiev for 100 years, became Kyiv.
Yeah,
what do you mean Kyiv?
Okay, we got a few more minutes here. Let me do this. Oh, okay. Anyway, Dave, really quick, I want to ask you, would you have the patience to do that? Like you're digging, but you're digging.
Yeah. Let me have the patience to do this. The information I've gathered is the Federal Reserve was actually closed. False.
Just so you know,
we had Kevin Schwartz, the Federal Reserve chairman, just giving a speech yesterday. The Federal Reserve is not closed. They're doing building repairs, but it's not closed.
And it's not just one building. There's one in Atlanta. There's different.
They're
buildings.
all over the country, right?
Okay. All right. Dave, really quick, would you have the patience to do that dig with a little paintbrush, like how they do the archaeologists?
They're very careful.
I can never do that.
Well, what do you want to do? Go in there with a pickaxe?
No. I got a better idea. You get one of these blowers.
Gene wants to go to a sensitive archaeology spot and whip out the Manhattan jackhammer and stand there. He's got the orange vest with the hat and just drilling down on whatever. Gene busted up 4,000-year-old plates.
VJ, when you do the clips, could you get that what he did there like that and get it as my ringtone, VJ? Oh, can you do that? Thank you, VJ. He's gonna do that. Let's give me my ringtone. All right, Dave. Let me do this, and then we'll close. Well, stick around. Let me run the George Jr. thing. I feel very sensitive about this because every month I write this article called "Be Like," and I want more people to read it. I really do. Okay, watch this, guys.
Yeah.
Curious kids grow into remarkable people. Meet George Jr. Real stories, history, and faith made just for young readers. Every issue, past and present, an interactive reader, ready on any screen. Unlock over 37 issues for just $2.95 a month. George Jr. Digital. Start reading at georgejrmagazine.com.
Okay. Guys, I'm just asking. Some of you guys already subscribe. I know that because when we send them out, I've seen it with the magazine and the George Jr. So check it out, georgejrmagazine.com.
Let's get to the bottom of this thing. Hold on a second. Mint julep saying pronounce turkey yay.
I like mint julep.
And it's always been that way. We just pronounce it differently. Always been that way since when? Because after, wasn't it the Ottomans? Right, and then they took Constantinople and changed it to Istanbul. Okay, so I always thought that it was Turkey, or that was carved out and it was named Turkey after World War II. I don't know. Go figure. I've never heard Turkey until the World Cup.
All right. Well, we have to. I know, Dave, do we have, I'm not joking you when I say this. Do we have any subscribers in Turkey? Hey, no, I don't.
We're visited. Actually, we're visited quite often to the website from Turkey. I'd have to check. There might be some digital subscriptions. Okay.
All right. Let's do this. So you got, before you say hello to any more people.
Hold on. Inside the nation pronounced that way since the 1920s. And why wasn't that made clear? I mean, it would be like saying Canada, A.
They do say that in Canada, eh?
Big Bird. There you go.
All right. Guys, really quick, if you go to the George store, make sure you go down there and go to it from georgemagazine.com. Go do some shopping there. All right. Anything else, Dave Blaze, before we finish up here? It's Thursday.
I know. Tomorrow's Friday already.
Oh, my goodness. Thank God. Oh, we got to do that thing with the cards. Goodness.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right, guys. Look. All right. What for Brad, I think in tomorrow's dispatch, we will address this whole maritime law business.
There you go, Brad. I like Brad. I met him.
Because that's another part of all of that. Yeah. You know, we're gonna break it all up.
All right.
We're gonna break it all up and then introduce you to the real stuff that's going on. Like they're talking about, there's going to be all this free energy, right? We're showing you how that's going to happen.
Right. That's the crazy thing about it because everyone was like I was in MedBed world, right? Oh, Bob Joyce is Elvis. He's a whatever. I was in all that. Like every time I went there, it's not MedBeds, but there is good things coming in the horizon. And we just talked about the energy. People talk about free energy. Well, It's close. It's not going to be free, right?
Right.
Close.
Right.
All right.
Hold on a second. Irma has to give her loving kisses to Matt.
Oh yeah.
So we'll let Matt know.
All right.
All right.
Guys,
Now Ginger Mint Julep has my grandparents were born there. They didn't use the R or the A. I don't know. I think this could be up for debate here.
all right,
we'll see.
guys. Thank you so much for joining.
I don't know how it falls under maritime law.
I can't wait to see the Dispatch article. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll have a good time tomorrow. And thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Blaze, after you go feed your cat, Pumpkin, I'd like to talk to you
Listen,
about
it's not like this is not a normal cat. That's what I'm trying to get across to people. He's like I don't know what he is, but he's not a normal cat. This is not a normal cat. Yeah, see what I mean? This is the kind of stuff he does.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We really do appreciate it. And thank you for helping us grow. And thank you, everyone, for being patient with us.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.